Welcome back to Future Bike Zone, your one-stop destination for everything two wheels and futuristic. Today, we've got something truly nostalgic yet new, a modern classic that refuses to fade away. Yes, we're diving deep into the 2025 Yamaha SR400, a machine that stays true to its roots, yet subtly embraces the present. Now before we begin, let's acknowledge one thing: the Yamaha SR400 is not for everyone. This bike doesn't scream power or futuristic electronics. It doesn't have a TFT dash, radar-guided cruise control, or Bluetooth connectivity. But what it does have is soul. A direct connection between rider and machine, a purity that modern motorcycles often lack. And in 2025, Yamaha gives us a chance to feel that mechanical intimacy once again, in a package that's both timeless and refined. Let's start with what makes the SR400 so iconic. First launched in 1978, the SR series has been a staple of Yamaha's heritage lineup. It's known for its single-cylinder, air-cooled engine, minimalistic design, and that unforgettable Kickstarter. Yes, it's still there in the 2025 model. Yamaha continues to offer a retro riding experience, while carefully implementing just enough technology to meet today's standards without diluting the classic character. Under the hood, or should we say under the tank, the 2025 SR400 retains its signature 399 cubic centimeters, air-cooled, SOHC, 2-valve, single-cylinder engine. It's fuel-injected, of course. Emissions regulations won't allow anything else these days, but the engine still delivers that unmistakable thump, with power figures that feel modest on paper but engaging on the road. You get about 23 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 27 Nm of torque at 3,000 RPM. Not mind-blowing, but here's the beauty: that torque kicks in early, making the SR400 incredibly easy to ride in the city and a joy to cruise on rural roads. The engine note is another aspect where Yamaha really nailed the character. The single-cylinder growl is raw, organic, and pleasingly mechanical. It's the kind of sound that makes you want to slow down and enjoy the ride, not rush it. No artificial pops and bangs, no overly tuned exhaust tricks. Just a deep, authentic thump that reminds you of the roots of motorcycling. Now let's talk about the ride quality. The 2025 SR400 uses a traditional double cradle steel frame, which offers plenty of rigidity while maintaining a comfortable ride. The suspension setup is old-school, telescopic front forks with 150 mm of travel, and twin rear shock absorbers. It's not going to handle like a supersport, but that's not the point. The suspension is tuned for comfort, making it perfect for daily commuting or weekend show rides. It absorbs bumps well, stays planted through corners, and gives you a real feel of the road. At just 174 kilograms curb weight, the SR400 feels light and nimble. It's easy to maneuver, especially in tight city streets, and thanks to the low seat height of 790 mm, it's accessible to riders of all sizes. New riders will love its predictability, while experienced riders will appreciate the analog charm. One of the standout features, or quirks, of the SR400 is the kickstart-only mechanism. Yes, Yamaha has kept it, and that's a bold move in 2025. There's no electric starter, no cheat button, it's just you and the lever. And while some may see that as a hassle, enthusiasts know it's a ritual. A connection. A reminder that motorcycling isn't always about convenience, sometimes it's about character. Braking on the SR400 is decent and practical. The 2025 model gets a single 298 mm front disc with a 2-piston caliper and a 150 mm drum brake at the rear. You also get single-channel ABS at the front, which is a requirement in many markets now. The braking system is more than adequate for the kind of riding this bike is built for: smooth cruising, relaxed commutes, and the occasional twisty road. Fuel economy? Absolutely fantastic. You're looking at around 35 to 38 kilometers per liter, depending on how you ride. With a 12-liter fuel tank, the SR400 will easily give you over 400 kilometers of range on a single tank, more than enough for long weekend rides or even light touring. Let's shift to design, because that's where the SR400 truly wins hearts. The styling is pure retro gold. Yamaha hasn't messed with the formula much, and thank goodness for that. The 2025 model comes with classic spoke wheels, a round headlamp, teardrop-shaped fuel tank, flat bench seat, and minimalistic side panels. It's the kind of design that turns heads not because it's flashy, but because it's authentic. Every curve, every line of the SR400 feels like it belongs to a simpler time. The chrome accents, brushed metal finish, and color-matched fenders add a touch of elegance, while the retro Yamaha badge on the tank feels like a nod to the golden era of motorcycling. In 2025, Yamaha is offering a few new colors, including a gorgeous British racing green, glossy black, and a vintage maroon, all with contrasting pinstripes that look hand-painted. The analog instrument cluster adds to the charm, no TFT, no digital distractions. Just a speedometer, odometer, and a basic trip meter. You also get a few indicator lights, but that's it. If you want GPS navigation and call alerts, bring your phone. This bike is about focusing on the ride, not your notifications. The build quality, as you'd expect from Yamaha, is top-notch. Everything feels well put together. The switchgear is tactile, the paint job is deep and rich, and the overall fit and finish scream quality. It's built to last, and considering how long many SR400s have stayed on the road, that's no surprise. Now let's talk price, because this is where things get interesting. In 2025, the Yamaha SR400 is priced at around $6,500 or approximately 5.50 Indian rupees lakh INR. Yes, that puts it in the mid-premium range, but remember, you're not paying for specs, you're paying for character, craftsmanship, and heritage. It's not a mass-market commuter, it's a niche machine for those who appreciate motorcycling's roots. Yamaha has also introduced a Legacy Edition for 2025, featuring custom paint, a two-tone seat, bar-end mirrors, and a chrome exhaust heat shield. This variant is priced slightly higher at around $6,900 and gives off even more of that vintage cafe racer vibe. Who is the SR400 for? It's for the purist. For the rider who values the experience over the numbers. It's a bike for those who want to slow down, connect with the machine, and feel every vibration of the engine. It's also an ideal base for customization, be it cafe racer, scrambler, brat style, or bobber. The SR400 has long been a favorite in the custom scene, and Yamaha has made sure that remains true in 2025. Of course, the SR400 isn't perfect. It's not the most powerful bike. It doesn't have modern electronics. And the kickstart can be intimidating at first. But what it lacks in tech, it makes up for in soul. There's a certain poetry in riding the SR400, a rhythm, a ritual, an authenticity that modern machines rarely capture. So, to wrap things up, the 2025 Yamaha SR400 is not just a motorcycle. It's a statement. A reminder that sometimes, less is more. That you don't need 200 horsepower and launch control to enjoy a ride. Sometimes, all you need is a thumping single cylinder, two wheels, and an open road. And if that sounds like your kind of ride, then the SR400 might just be your perfect companion. This has been Future Bike Zone, where the future meets the past, and every ride tells a story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And tell us, would you ride the SR400 in 2025, or do you prefer something more high-tech? Until next time, ride safe, ride smart, and never stop exploring.